Color. How are you all today?
Hi,
Good. How are
Brittany.
you?
I'm doing well. My first question for all three of you
Oh,
is just really, I really enjoyed the scene where your characters are sitting around the table speaking with one another, and you just feel like the camaraderie behind everything. So I was just wondering for the three of you what it was like building that rapport and kinship on and off set.
it always makes your job easier when you trust and feel comfortable and feel closer to your cast members, and where you're not always lucky with that. You're often fortunate enough with people who are kind or people who are talented or hardworking, but also putting all that together and then getting along with all the different age gaps, cultural gaps, whatever, gender gaps, whatever you want to talk about. That sometimes can make things convoluted or pressurized. And there's something about this collective and the way Zack run the ship and us being lucky enough to do both movies back to back meant that by the time we were sat down there, we really were just sitting and connecting and talking. And as I'm sure you know, with any honest performance, you're naturally drawing from personal experiences. So being able to do that, it can not only be cathartic, but it's also just rewarding to be able to do it alongside other actors where you feel safe to do so. And I certainly felt that.
Quite rewarding. I mean, that was the only time we had really, in terms of characters or in terms of persons, within ourselves to sort of connect. And that was probably the most tangible and nurturing scene for all of us.
It's the one I'll remember the most.
Yeah.
It's the one I'll remember the most.
And for Djimon, I was wondering, there's a moment where your character is singing, and what was it like for you performing that scene, and what was it like for the both of you to watch Djimon do that?
Well, this was my first time, well, I would take that back, but this was my first time really singing. The first time I actually happened to do that was in Amistad, but that was more like a angered sort of like chant. And this was really...
was that more impulsive and this was more purposeful?
This was more purposeful.
Right, that's what it felt like.
Thank you. Yeah, this was more purposeful and quite empowering, I have to say.
And very empowering to watch. I think, for on our side, so many people, and rightfully so, during this press tour, have asked this question, and it gives me pleasure to repeat it because it's just true. It was, again, one of those moments where you could just trust and enjoy what you were witnessing because it did the work for you. It was very, very emotional, and especially where it lands in the scene, there's this moment of relief right before reality kicks in. We're dancing, we're singing, and there's real unity and community, right? Only for it to be the truth to shatter through with Djimon, and Titus singing this song, and none of us need to understand a single word to know what it's about and what it means. And I remember, I've said this before, but I said it again, I remember being like, I'm not sure Tarek's meant to cry here, but he just might. It was really, really beautiful. And again, something up there with the top moments for me on set.
Thank you. It was really...
Yeah, there was like a stillness that night. That's what I remember. We were all so moved and so captured by what was happening there. It was incredible. Yeah.
So Djimon's releasing an album.
Yeah.
He's already promised me that. I'm going to be his manager.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Thank you all three so much for your time, and congratulations on both films.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.